Hello and welcome to World of Tanks. Today I'm playing in the VK1602 Leopard. This has been updated since the 8.4 patch. Basically it's gone up a tier, it's now in tier 5 instead of the usual tier 4 that it's usually in. I am playing with Alpha today, but this is a replay, so I'm not talking or anything, but we'll see what we do here because I'm using the 3cm auto loader gun, which is pretty good actually. I mean, I've seen videos of it and people have usually said, or that at least in the testing and stuff, people were saying it wasn't particularly good because it has a long reload time. It doesn't really do that much damage. To be fair, it doesn't do that much damage. Autoloaders generally don't do that much damage, but the fact, what makes up for that is the fact that they've obviously got a few shells in one round kind of thing, if that makes any sense. So at the moment we don't really do much because I'm kind of just messing around, we're playing together, so I'm just looking at Alpha's AMX-40, which is a reasonably interesting tier 4 French light tank, which is kind of more like a heavy of its tier. Now I'm going to try and record this as best as I can, because obviously this is a replay, so I've got to ensure that I get the best camera angles and such. But so far, not really that much happens. In fact, I think Alpha gets killed pretty early on, but obviously he is in a tier 4 and a pretty rubbish tier 4 at that, and I think, yeah, we all know that the MX-40 isn't the easiest tank to play. In fact, French tanks generally aren't that easy to play because, I don't know, their guns are pretty rubbish half the time. I think he gets killed down there and I try and save him, but of course he's just around that corner, so there's not really much I can do. But I do end up doing a bit of damage to him. In fact, the one good thing about this gun is that obviously it can do a lot of damage if you penetrate the target. Now it has got about 100mm penetration with armor piercing, especially considering that the T-49 is obviously a tank destroyer which is pretty rubbishly armoured, is quite easy to penetrate, so you can see in that case I don't do too badly. And I think, although there have been quite a lot of complaints about the German light tanks and how they've been nerfed and such, I think, all in all, although we've only had an XP boost, this tank only has 40 more HP than the conventional ELC AMX, so it's kind of surprising because this thing is big for a light tank, especially a scout, because you can see there I kind of take a bit of damage from a KV-1. That's obviously trying to kill me, but I do manage to get away. I think he shot me once, but you can see it does do a lot of damage, and you've kind of got to be moving a lot of the time in this thing. But, I mean, to be honest, I don't do too badly at this point, because we are in a tier 5 game. That is probably the roots of this, is that we are in a tier 5 game, in which case, apart from the heavies, I can pretty much penetrate any other tank of the same tier. Of course, once you're talking about tier 6, tier 7 games, you're in a whole different kind of area then, because you can't penetrate much, you're not going to do that much damage. I mean, in this case we've got a T-25 which is pretty much dead, and their armor's pretty rubbish all in all, so we do manage to kill him, which is quite good, because we shoot him in the bum. You've also got to remember the camera angling of this. I can actually zoom in like this, so when I kill someone, you've got to remember that I probably am zoomed in, although that doesn't particularly matter. I'm just doing it in points of kind of, if it looks good, kind of thing, which I hope it does, because this is a reasonably quick game actually, surprisingly, and I think they have updated the matchmaking slightly, although you obviously do still get in high tiers occasionally. I've never so much been in the same tier games as much as I have since the 8.4 update. Most of the time, I'm never in, well, obviously when it was in the tier 4 category, I never ever got, rarely ever got in a tier 4 game. Most of the time it would be tier 5 or above. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the video today. I just kind of forgot this was near the end. I will continue here because obviously the replay is complete. But I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe. See you next time, guys.